Hi, this is Vicki with the Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm so happy that you chose to join me today. Today's project is going to be a fun fold, and it's going to be very similar to this. I'm actually using this as my inspiration. Back in April, I believe, we made this card at my Bunko class, my Bunko Make and Take, and it was so fun, and I just wanted to do it again, only this time I am using papers from Garden Lane, and it's going to be so pretty. I'm also going to use Good Morning Magnolia, this stamp set. So anyway, I appreciate you joining in, and let's get started. For my project, I have chosen to use Mint Macaron Soft Seafoam, and we're going to use these particular pieces from the Garden Lane DSP. I love this set, and you can see how it's got the mint macaron, but it also has the touches of early espresso. It's got the flowers, and then if you turn it over, it's actually more like a quilted pattern. Really cool. So I could choose to do either sides of them, but I'm going with more of a floral thing. And you can even see, hopefully you can see, there we go. You can see there's actually a quilt pattern. There we go. A quilt pattern in the background of this DSP, and it's so pretty. So what I did was I cut out my mint macaron in 4.5 by 7.5, and I scored it at 2 inches. It's going to sit this way. And then my soft seafoam is 4 by 5.25. And then this piece from my DSP is cut at 1 3/4 by 4. So I'm going to just go ahead and adhere. Whoops, I haven't used this in a couple of days. Okay, I'm back. I have my glue unstopped, and I went ahead and just glued that down. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to place this on to my mint macaron piece that was cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this DSP piece is actually cut at 3 by 4. So just going to place this on here like this, get that in place really well, and then I'm going to glue this onto my card base. So I'm only going to do a portion of it because I only want a portion of it to be glued to it. I don't want everything else to stick. And I want to make sure that my margins are even on it. There we go. I also cut a matching piece. Whoops. I guess my fingers are a little sticky now. I also cut a matching piece of the mint macaron in the very same size, because I don't like my seams and my edges to show. So I'm just going to place this on top back here in the back. It's the exact same size, and we're just going to cover it up like this. And then I cut a piece of soft seafoam, and this is also 1 3/4 by 4, to put here on the inside, and that way it'll cover up that little bit of edging as well. You don't have to do that, but I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and I like things to be done well and for them to look well, and it just looks better, I think, to have the mechanics, the seams of it basically, to not show. And don't you love how I just picked that up? Tombow, baby. Now I'm not going to stick this down yet because I'm going to have some stamping I'll do. And this is my other piece that I will end up, that will go on top. It'll go on top right here. And I'm not quite ready to stick it down either. I'm actually going to use my stitch rectangle for that. But before I do that, I'm going to take a piece of scrap, and I'm going to stamp the Magnolia bud that comes from the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set. It actually, there's so many, it actually comes with two cases. I'll show you really quickly. There's this really large open magnolia with the leaves and hello and thank you, and it comes with all of these framelits if you purchase the bundle, which I will be using. Which one? This one. I'll actually be using this one, and I love that it comes with 2 sets of leaves. So I'm going to be using both sets of those leaves. Good gracious, I think I need to go wash my hands. There we go. So I'm going to take my black Memento ink, stamp up my flower. I'm going to stamp it off because my black has been a little juicy lately. I re-inked it. I may have put a little bit too much ink in it, so I don't want it to be too juicy. Okay, doesn't look like it was actually. And now I'm going to take my blends, and I'm going to use a couple of them. Actually, I'm going to use Crumb Cake. I'm going to use Mint Macaron, and I'm also going to use the Granny Apple Green, and I'll do those first. I'm going to start with the lighter color, and I'm going to just color in the leaves very lightly. And I'm actually going to leave a little bit of white, some of it not colored in, because I feel like it gives it like light and texture. And then I'll go back over with the darker color and just hit these accents. And then I'll blend it one more time with the lighter color. All right, then I'm going to come in with my, with my light Crumb Cake. And I'm just going to come in and just kind of do some streaks here and there in it. And then I will come in with my Mint Macaron. I'm not going to color the whole thing in. Just going to come in here and just kind of color in a little bit here and there. I guess that was the dark. I should have used the light, but it's okay. Maybe I will color the whole thing in. We'll see. This is the first, so. And then I think I'm going to use some Wink of Stella, which was way out of the way. And I'm just going to color it in, just move that color around. Just going to put it on the flower. And then I'm going to go cut everything out. Oh, and I'm going to use the, I think it's Champagne Mist foil paper for my leaves. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have my stitched rectangle. I have my flower, my magnolia that has been cut out, and my 4 leaves. Aren't those cool? And I think what I'm going to do is to stamp Thinking of You in the bottom right hand corner. Let me make sure, see if I can do this so I can get my head in the screen. There we go. Alrighty. And then I am going to use dimensionals to pop this up. I'll use a small one to go on the bottom. Let's see. That's going to show. So let's see. I'm going to cut that in 2. The silicone pad is great because you can use adhesive on it and then just wash it right off. And it is great. It doesn't get it on your work surface, and it really is nice. Let's see. I think I'll put one right here. Like that. Maybe. Let's see. I don't know why I did the 4th one, because I probably won't use that 4th one. It's really better to do it in 3s. It's funny because I was doing some gardening. My father-in-law was helping me at our little house down in Florida last week, and he has such a green thumb, and he's so good with gardening. And he was telling me how when you're planting and you're putting things out, that you want to kind of do it in groups of 3s. I never grew up doing that sort of thing. We just did rows of hedges, and I cannot seem to get that off with my fingernail. There we go. So it was really nice learning that, but the same is true here with your embellishments or with your styling, the way you do things. It's good to do it in groups of 3s. Okay, let's see, I think that's ready to be placed on. And I think the only other thing I'm going to do is add some rhinestones to it and then do the inside. All right, for the inside, I think we're going to go with the journey of life is best shared with a friend. And what I like to do is I like to straighten things up for one, but I like to place my stamp down on my grid paper and then just go down and meet it. And that way I am sure that it's going to end up being straight. So ink this up. There we go. And I think I am going to, I don't want to put it on this side because you'll see it from there, but I think I'm going to put a flower right up here. There we go. And I think I may just go ahead and color it in as well. Okay, and now I'm going to do is add a little bit of bling to it. Let's see. We'll add right there. I think I'll add one right here. And maybe another one right there. And again, it's the rule of threes. Isn't that a pretty card? I mean, look at that. And you can see how glittery it is with the Wink of Stella on the flower. It's kind of bright, sorry. I love how the clear rhinestones, the foil paper, the Wink of Stella, it just really makes it kind of elegant. I really love that. And I mean, it's basically it's the same cut. I mean, I did end up making this section a little bit shorter, but it's two different cards, and I absolutely love it. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, I hope that you will click subscribe and hit the little bell, and so you can get notice whenever more videos come out. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave comment. Whether you liked it or didn't like it, if you have any questions at all, I'll be happy to answer them. If you need a catalog, you can just email me at the email on the screen, and I'll be happy to get one to you. But I wanted to share this fun project with you today. So hope you have a great day. Take care.